Now we're going to call on the Communist Party. Communist Party of South Africa. Sorry. We are available with CPSA. The Tategui Communist Party of South Africa, CPSA.
Amandla! Long live the alliance, long live! Forward to socialism, forward! Down with capitalism, down! Thank you very much, Comrade Chairperson. Guaramantaship. Greetings to President Cyril Ramaphosa, Deputy President Mashatile, SG Fikile Mbalula, all ANC officials, NEC members, SACP leaders, led by our first DGS, Comrade Matala Masuku, COSATU President, Zingisa Lusi, and all leaders of COSATU, religious and traditional leaders present here, all our leagues and mass democratic movement formations, invited guests, all protocol observed. Comrade President, we wish to congratulate the ANC for completing its 55th National Conference and salute you on your elections and also on reaching this great milestone of 111th founding anniversary. We are looking forward to the January 8th statement, and the majority of our people who are workers and the poor that are afflicted by the pandemic of poverty, food insecurity, overall social insecurity, crime, unemployment, capitalist exploitation in the economy, are looking forward to this important message. There can be no doubt we will be inspired by the revolutionary content in the measures the ANC will outline in its January 8 statement regarding the necessity to change for the better the material living conditions of the majority of our people. We want to call on the movement, the ANC, to lead the process of the renewal and the unity of the movement, and as well as the reconfiguration of the alliance. This process, Comrade President, requires dealing decisively inside the movement and outside without fear or favor, to openly confront neoliberalism, dismantle the networks of state capture in our country, clamp down on corruption, and build in collective leadership, and make sure that they account, and also ensure that the movement not only direct and prosecute the National Democratic Revolution, but hold everyone that they've deployed accountable. But the renewal of the movement, President, cannot take shape without the renewal of the economy. So the ANC should untangle itself from the neoliberal economic trajectory and make itself free of the control of policy measures by the IMF and the World Bank and the OECD countries. We want the ANC that we entered into a strategic alliance with, that is not led by factions or grouping, that must also reconnect with the working class, because we are currently losing the working class because of the conduct of some of our deployees and leaders of our movement. However, Comrade President, this process of the renewal will be incomplete without the reconfiguration of the alliance, because the reconfiguration of the alliance itself, without it, the prosecution of the National Democratic Revolution will be weakened. And for this reason, we want you to unite yourself first and have the moral authority and ability to unite all revolutionary forces and our people. The National Democratic Revolution must tackle head-on the lifting of our people out of poverty, replace unemployment with the right of all people to work, and bring down inequality that is still racialized and gendered, and complete the cause of the liberation of our people. Therefore, one of the most immediate changes facing the movement today is first to end load shedding as a matter of urgency, ensure that there's enough energy production, buttressed by the capacity of the state to implement and intervene in the energy supply and investment, therefore building public sector-based economy. At the same time, we believe that as we pursue this matter, we should not be driven by international interests of the imperialist powers, which have been pressurizing us to abandon the use of coal in our country when we are currently in the crisis of load shedding. The European powers are currently utilizing coal reserves as they are facing difficulties after they sanctioned Russia. Let us not forget, Comrade President, that cumulatively, the global north are the worst polluters in history, and therefore we in the south cannot take responsibility for their mistakes, albeit the fact that we are all human beings and we need to protect the earth, and we believe in the major interventions that can have clean energy in society. We want to remind the ANC, particularly from the recent national conference, regarding the macroeconomic framework and strategy that must be developmental, diversify and grow national production and our economy, and make sure that there's industrialization on a large scale to create jobs and make job creation an apex priority of government. It must not just be another thing. The people who are talking about are not just mere statistics. These are human beings who are suffering on a daily basis. Therefore, the January 8 must explicitly, what we believe, should explicitly deal with this matter and mandate, particularly the Reserve Bank, to adopt a developmental posture, including on job creation. We must deal with anti-monopoly policies and anti-concentration and anti-dumping legislation that must be implemented to vigorously deal with monopoly capital in our country, so that we can take charge of the revolution. We have got political power. We should not be asking others or complaining about lack of interventions. Given that we do have the political power, we must exercise that power. We want to remind you from Morogoro Conference, which asserted the fact that one thing is certain in our land, that this cannot be effectively tackled unless the basic wealth and the basic resources are at the disposal of the people as a whole and not manipulated by sections or individuals, be they black or white. Morogoro Conference also went further to say the ANC and its alliance must deal with narrow nationalism, create a non-racial society, and make sure that the entire economy is in the hands of the people. With these few words, Comrade President, we want to wish you well in your anniversary, to celebrate with you, and call on the ANC to reconnect with the working class to advance the National Democratic Revolution. Amandla!
Within time. Amanda, away too. Now, before speaking to President, we'll call on DJ asking revolutionary sound.
All right, there you have it, some of the messages of support from the ANC alliance partners.